Howdy friends, welcome back. I'm Trailblazer Tim. In today's video I want to take just a few minutes and show you how to set up an emergency floating shelter using a really cool little trick. Now as you can see, I have a simple little ridge line set up between two trees right here in the woods using a marlin spike hitch as well as a trucker's hitch, and we're going to lay our tarp over top of that, creating ourselves a little floating shelter. Alright, so there you see it. I've got my chilgaril rainfly that's over a ridge line. And you can see it's not quite touching the ground down here, so that's considered a floating tarp. I'm going to show you the best way to secure this down. Alright, so we're fighting the elements today. We got a little bit of wind and the tarp is not wanting to lay down where it needs to, but I'm going to do the best I can. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some paracord, head over to the far end where eye loop is, and tie off. Take a simple bow line with a loop on a piece of paracord. I'm going to pass it up through the loop on the bottom far end of the floating tarp. So we can get that up through there. Something like that. And stick a peg right in the middle of that. That way allowing some tension. See that? Now that we've got our one piece of paracord or guy line attached up here at the tarp shelter, we're going to take our little tent stake and make it feel so it's not really super tight, but it's got a little tension. And take our tent stake and just kind of set it down where it goes, and we're going to pull off about 4 inches, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut it at that point. Take a burny end on that. Alright, so at this point we're going to take and create what's called the pull tab off of a can of soda or beer guy line tensioner. Now that's the end that snapped off the top of the can. We're going to take the other end. We're going to take our paracord, we're going to run it through that end, and then we're going to take and we're going to put it back through the second end, like so. Can you see that? Just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our tag end, bring it back up through the end that had the little eye. See that? Just like that. We're going to create a knot right there at that point while leaving a loop. Regular basic knot, even a shoestring knot, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm doing here? I got ourselves a nice knot with a loop on the end of it, a little pull tab. Now we're going to go down to where that stake is. Alright, now that we have our little pull tab and it's tied off and it's been looped through, we're going to take that loop down here where our stake is, kind of just hook it like so. Can you see that? Now what you saw me just do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do to all 4 corners of our floating emergency tarp shelter. Alright, so not the prettiest of all the tarp shelters I've ever made or anything. That's not the premise of this video. Let's go back over here and let me show you that pull tab guy line tensioner and how it works. Alright, so back down here where our stake is and our little pull tab and our tensioner guy line is, I'm going to show you how this actually works. Now because these pull tabs where they break off on the can have a sharp edge, might want to try to file that down a little bit because it's not going to just easily slide, especially a paracord. That sharp edge is going to end up cutting into this. So we're just going to take and simply pull that loop off from the stake, hold on to the moving end, and take and slide that pull tab upwards like so. See that? Now we're going to set it back down on that stake, creating a much tighter line for our guide wire. Here we are again on the other side. I'm going to take and just lift that loop away from the stake, grab the loop on the moving end, not the knot end, and take and simply slide that little pull tab upwards. See that? Put it back down on the stake, creating a much tighter line. Thus allowing us to tighten that shelter down to its maximum ability. Once again, last one. I'm going to pull it off that stake, take our moving end of our loop, and we're going to slide that pull tab upwards. See that? Making the loop bigger, creating more tension to place back down on top of the stake, making it so our tarp is nice and sturdy now. Hey, that's all the time we got for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching the video. The pull tab guide line tensioner. Neat little setup with a lot of versatility. For a lot of you folks out there that aren't really good at using knots and all that other good stuff, it might come in handy in a pinch, especially if you're trying to set up a little emergency shelter like we did today. Got any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, I'll see you all in the next adventure. Take care.